So, good morning or afternoon, everyone, wherever you are joining us from today. Welcome to our final week of our food and fitness sessions. So this week, the theme is around heart health. So as in previous weeks, we are going to have Rupert start us off from Nuffield doing about 10-minute session, just to give you lots of different options of exercises that can help get you moving a little bit. Then we're going to hand over to Garrow, who is going to talk through a vanilla and cranberry nut bar. He's also going to be joined by Steph from Nuffield, who is our resident nutritionist, who's going to give us some tips around those ingredients in that bar, why it's good for our heart health, and other options as well. So without further ado, we will hand over to Rupert for our fitness part.
Hi, morning, afternoon, welcome. So, nice and gentle. I understood you had a lot of fun with Gary. I'm going to calm it down a little bit this week, but we're going to go for it. So we're going to start off, we're just going to get some rolls going through on the ankle. So again, if you're on the chair, just lift the feet up, and we're going to take them one direction, and then we'll change direction. 2, 1, let's go. So just nice big circles with the ankles. Take them through, make as big a circle as you can with the toe. 2, 1, change direction. Nice and easy. Getting a bit of flexion going through there. 2, 1, rest. Good. Rest it down. Got a few seconds. We're now going to do exactly the same with the wrist. So even if you want to keep the arms on the arm, just nice big circles with the wrist. Stay there. And again, we're going to change direction halfway. 2, 1, change direction. Nice and gentle. 2, 1, rest. Okay, a bit longer rest in between because I know such a big burn. So what we're going to do, we're just going to put both of those together. So we're going to get the ankles going and the wrists going. 2, 1, let's go. Exactly the same, keep them going, and we're going to change direction halfway. Because we've got them both going, we're going to just take them a little bit longer. 3, 2, 1, change direction. Hopefully you haven't got a wobbly chair, just twist this round, just keep them working through. Nice gentle warm up. And rest. So from there, we're just going to bring it into little marches or knee lifts. Feel free to bring it up as high as you want. Again, if you've got the chair that rolls backwards and forwards, just make sure we've got good control. Keep the posture nice and tall. 2, 1, let's go. So we're just pulling that knee up as high as we can and controlling it down. So we're working the muscles in both directions. You just not let it drop to the floor. There should be no sound because it's all under control. 2, 1, rest. So from there, you've got one with arms, maybe a little bit harder. But all we're going to do is bring the arms in. Feet stay flat on the floor. 1, let's go. Get a bit of shoulder mobility going through. Just taking it through the maximum range you can. Nice and controlled. Last few seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. So hopefully we can feel the heart rate just peak just a little bit. So we're going to take it, we're going to bring the knee and the arm, seated march. 1, let's go. So we start off with just the legs and just the arms, bring them both in. So we get the heart pumping blood all over the body, just to get it going that little bit more. Again, we're going for a full 30 seconds, so keep it nice and controlled. Core tight. 3, 2, 1, rest. So now we're going to go for what I call a seated Boris squat. So again, stay tall, 1 foot out, other foot out, bring it in, bring it in. That's all it is. 2, 1, let's go. So we want to make sure that the whole leg comes out. It's not just a tap out from the knee. We bring it up, move it out. You need to just bring yourself slightly further forward in your chair. Again, just keep that control in. 1, rest. So for the arms, just going to do a pec deck. Take them wide like a little stretch. Squeeze them together. 2, 1, let's go. Out and in. Again, keep that body nice and tall. Core tight. Thinking of the posture. 2, 1, rest. So we put those together. Right leg out, right arm out. Left leg out, left arm out. Bring them in. Let's go. If you want, you can jump them out, bring them back in, moving them in one fluid movement. If you want to take it a bit easier, step them up. Got a choice of ways of doing it. Again, try and make sure core stays nice and tight. Rest of the body stays facing forwards. Last few seconds. 2, 1, rest. To stay seated forward, this time we're just going to bring like the left toe to the right knee. Bring it up as high as we can, and then swap them over. Ready to go. 1, let's go. Just trying to take it up, giving a little stretch, bringing the foot up nice and high, turning the knee out. Just warming it up for the next combo movement. 1, rest. We're just going to go for a twisting arms. So hands by the ears, we're just going to twist it through one side then the other. 2, 1, let's go. So you already know what's going to come next. Get a good twist through, pushing the elbow back as one comes forward. Breathing through it. 2, 1, rest. So now, when we bring the foot up, we're going to take the elbow as close to the knee as we can. 30 seconds. 2, 1, let's go. So we get a bit more flexion through the body. Working the legs a little bit harder. Twisting through the upper body. And hopefully you can feel that heart rate just coming up a little bit more. As we get more muscles involved. Get the heart pumping that little bit harder. 2, 1, rest. Good. Nice and easy. So we're just going to do all that again, but just the combo part. So we've integrated all the two parts, and we're just going to work them. Just those combos, starting off with the ankle and wrist combo. 2, 1, let's go. So you can change this up as much as you want. We're going to be going for 30 seconds again. Remember, we're going to change direction halfway. 3, 2, 1, change the direction. Good. So hopefully we can feel the wrists and the ankles feeling a bit more supple, get a bigger range of motion coming through. 2, 1, rest. Then we go back to the combo march. Remember, nice and tall, core engaged all the way through. 1, let's go. Picking the knee up as high as we can. Nice and controlled when we put it down. Try not to lean over so we can get the knee up that little bit higher. Body stays nice and erect. pumping the arms. For those that feel like it, we can even take it into a bit more of a run. Just to keep it nice and easy, pulling the knees up, driving them through. 2, 1, rest. So we're going to go for like seated star jumps. So let's take it up a little bit. What we're going to do, step one arm over the head, step the leg out. Just work it that little bit more. And again, if you want, taking them both out and in at the same time. Just working that heart rate that little bit more. You're going to work to your own level. When we take it down, just take one leg out, take one arm above our head. Last few seconds. 2, 1, rest. And then we're going to finish off with that twist through again, getting a little crunch, a little bit of work for the abs, and the core. 1, let's go. Last 30 seconds. Keep it twisting through, pulling the foot as close to the knee as we can, and then taking the elbow as close to the knee as we can. About 10 seconds to go. Let's finish it off. 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. Nice and gentle. Hopefully not too sweaty, but you can feel that heart rate has come up just a little bit. Thanks very much. Any questions, let us know. We'll see what we can do to make it a bit tougher next time. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Rupert. That was brilliant. So we are going to hand over to Garrow now, who's going to take us through the healthy recipe.
Hiya, can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? Yeah. Sorry, it's Haga. Yes. All right, what we're going to do today, we're going to do one of this superfood is the greens. We got blueberry, cranberry, we got sea salt, almond, cashew, chia seed, agave syrup, and the seeds. Yeah, it's very, very easy to be done. All you're going to need, you need a tray with beautiful paper, small this size. On the side, you need in a bowl, you need to put the recipe. First thing first, it's going to be cashew nuts. Cashew nuts, you need 3/4 of the cup. If it's a whole cashew nuts, you need to chop them up in pieces. That is. Next is going to be the almond, again 3/4 cups. Over here. After that, we can add the dried berries. Again, it's going to be 1/2 cup. Over here. After add chia seed, 2 tablespoons. Next, we got sea salt. We got 1/4 spoon. Vanilla bean. You can have vanilla bean, or you can have the syrup. Just inside. You got the seeds. Again, it's a 1/4 cup. And you have to add the agave and the syrup. It's a 3/4 of the cup over here. give them good mix. We got the Christmas trays ready. Done all over the tray. Meanwhile, you're going to have an oven ready. The temperature, you can put them on 170 degrees and you bake it about 15 to 20 minutes. And the result, it should come as it is. And just you can decorate it with the fresh blueberries if you want. And to show you how nice is it. Delicious. Thank you very much.
Cara, what should the consistency of that be? Is it dry? Is it moist?
It's very moist, and it just when you take it on the side, just it's very easily cut. It's very nice. It's not even, I don't even need a cup of tea or anything.
And Garo, could those be frozen? Could you make a batch and then freeze them?
Yes, absolutely. Make sure you, once you cool it down, nice cling film in the freezer, it can last quite a long time.
Okay, thank you.
That's definitely, I've pinned you as well with Garo, so feel free.
Okay, all right, great, thank you so much. So what I love about this recipe is the amount of protein in it. Okay, so the almonds, the chia seeds, the pumpkin seeds, the cashews, they're all providing protein. And when we're talking about heart health, the emphasis has been on, previously been a lot on the type of fats, you know, a lot of talk around unhealthy fats and fats, which, yeah, of course, we need to kind of avoid unhealthy fats, but we need to talk about sugar and our insulin response. And so what's so great about this bar is that it's high in protein, and that helps with preventing spikes in blood sugar levels. So the protein gets digested differently. It's a slower process than refined sugars. So if we were to have a refined kind of product like a biscuit potentially, or a fizzy drink or sweets, you know, like that instant hit of sugar is going to be quite extreme, and then we get a spike in blood sugars. When we have a spike in blood sugar levels, we then have a rise in insulin to deal with it. Now, research and studies are showing that it's the insulin that can be the inflammatory factor that can aggravate the artery walls. Now, I'm not talking maybe once or twice. We are talking, you know, if somebody isn't balancing their blood sugars very well and lots of insulin being kind of activated and higher levels of insulin staying in the blood. And in that scenario, that's kind of insulin resistant. So, but what our strategy for this is to balance one's blood sugar levels, and to do that we include protein. So when we're talking about snacks, and particularly when I'm talking about snacks in clinic, when I'm working with clients, is we need to make sure that protein's there so that we're preventing that happen. So with this recipe, the protein is in the recipe, and a lot of it, which is fantastic. It's also, you know, a sweet, as in sweet tasting, and it's a snack bar because, you know, the cranberries or blueberries are there, and the agave nectar or honey, whatever you're using, is there as well. But it's that protein that's going to help prevent such a spike in blood sugars. When the artery wall gets damaged, plaques start to form to kind of heal that damage on the artery wall. And when the plaques gets dislodged, that's potentially when we see a heart attack or stroke. So that's kind of giving you kind of what we're trying to prevent and what happens, what we're actually talking about when we're talking about a healthy heart. So this snack bar is definitely a healthier alternative to buying something, you know, that is higher in sugar, refined sugars, so white sugars, those kind of things, whether that is a drink, as I mentioned, or kind of a chocolate bar or sweets, those kind of things. The other benefit that almonds and cashews are providing they are a really good source of magnesium. and this is an essential mineral for the heart. So this is essential in terms of energy production, but also heart muscle contraction. So a deficiency in magnesium can actually cause a heart attack by producing a spasm in the coronary artery, and then that reduces or can reduce the supply of oxygen and blood to the heart. So magnesium, we need it for lots of different things in the body, but particularly for the heart. It's also been associated with blood pressure. So we need a good level of magnesium for a healthy level of our blood pressure. So if we have a deficiency in magnesium, our blood pressure might be higher. So a great way, those are the two key ingredients that I would be recommending if I thought somebody was low in magnesium. The dried cranberries, and as mentioned, it can be dried cranberries or blueberries. Both provide a really good source of vitamin C. And vitamin C has powerful antioxidant properties. And antioxidants are those that come and mop up the free radicals that we produce. We produce them just by exercising, by doing what we've been doing this morning. We've already produced free radicals, and a buildup of those can be a problem in terms of heart health in our arteries. So the vitamin C can help mop those up. And it's been shown to inhibit the development of atherosclerosis, if I can say that this time in the morning. So great to add in either blueberries or cranberries. The chia seeds, I think there were 2 tablespoons of chia seeds that went in. These are producing or providing your essential fatty acids. Now, these are the healthy fats that I kind of mentioned to you earlier, and they are imperative for heart health. So the fats that we are trying to avoid are the trans fats and hydrogenated fats that are found in processed foods. And they will be foods like, again, cakes, biscuits, pastries, any fried foods. And they are not good for our heart health. However, the fats found in nuts and seeds, olive oil as well, and other things are really good for our heart health. And they have like multiple mechanisms, but I'll give you 3. And that is that they will help reduce cholesterol levels. They help lower blood pressure, and they also help reduce the risk of developing blood clots. So that's the healthy fats from the chia seeds. There was also another point I was going to mention around fats. So I'm talking predominantly around omega-3. We can get omega-6 very easily through our diets, and that is more inflammatory, whereas omega-3 is anti-inflammatory, and that's why they're so powerful. A lot of these key ingredients that I've started to talk about are very high in fiber. So the nuts and the seeds and the cranberries are going to be high in fiber. And this is essential for eliminating cholesterol. So what happens is the fiber will bind to cholesterol and help it kind of out of the body. So very good for maintaining healthy cholesterol levels. We don't want to stay in the body. We don't want it to clog the arteries. So we want to remove it efficiently. And by making sure we're getting enough fiber and being hydrated, that can happen more effectively. And last but not least, because they are a bit of a powerhouse, are the pumpkin seeds. They are providing not only protein, but zinc as well. And again, zinc is another essential mineral for the function of the heart, like magnesium. Both play a massive role in the body generally, so they have lots of different roles, but particularly for the heart, zinc is good for lowering oxidative stress. And again, that is about making sure we've got balance or an excess of kind of anti-inflammatories or antioxidants to mop up any kind of free radicals, any damage or oxidative stress that's going on, to make sure there's not a build-up in the arteries, and that we are in a good ratio there. So zinc is very high in pumpkin seeds, so really good for our heart health. So you probably just heard me ask Gara about freezing them. Sometimes some people want to, or they might make these, but then they kind of report to me, well, then I eat the whole lot. And so I always kind of want to know, can we freeze some of these snacks, because then we can get them out, they defrost quite quickly, take it into work if you're going into work, and then you've got a great mid-morning or mid-afternoon snack that's high in protein and going to give you lots of health benefits. So I hope that's been interesting. So thank you, Sean.
Pleasure. Has anybody got any questions for Steph or Gara? Kim, anything to add?
No, I think the guys have covered everything there.
Oh, I'll just remove your pin, Steph. So that's it. So, look, guys, great. Hopefully, you really enjoyed the past 4 weeks. We've certainly enjoyed collating it and getting it all together for you. Your feedback on this would be really helpful. So if yourself or your colleagues have had the opportunity to join any of the calls over the past 4 weeks, your thoughts and feedback would be greatly appreciated. I know it's something that we may look to do on an ad hoc basis moving forward. So, you know, any feedback, participation has been really good. You know, normally it's been in the regions of the 20s to 25s, which is really good, and is in comparison with the US. So again, any commentary that you have, any thoughts, anything you'd like to see us do in the future would be greatly appreciated. But it's a thank you from all of us because we've really enjoyed doing this for you. Kim, anything to finish off with?
Oh, I think, yeah, again, you've covered everything there, but yeah, just thank you for everyone for joining us over the 4 weeks, and yeah, I hope you've really enjoyed it.
Okay, so for everybody in the UK, enjoy the rest of your day, and everybody in Asia, have a great evening. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.